These weary travelers have overcome crushing odds to make it this far. Now, they're running on empty. But this is their only chance to breed. Doggedly, they push on. These sockeye have not eaten since leaving the sea, and they will never eat again. Starving, they begin to digest themselves from the outside in. Absorbing their silver scales, they expose skin, which turns scarlet and smooth. At the same time, the head turns green, and the male's snout takes a grotesque turn. Now, they're in full mating regalia. When they reach the spawning grounds, a female thrashes out a nest. The male shadows her, ready to do his part. The spawning rituals culminate under cover of night. A female shudders with the effort of expelling her eggs. Her mate shudders in reply, fertilizing them with a smoky stream of milt. A female can lay 1,000 eggs per nest, and she may build several before she dies. But it's only a few that make it this far. Most will perish long before then from marine predators or sheer exhaustion. Or we'll have to run a gauntlet of hungry bears who have been waiting months for just this moment. Bears are patient hunters, and for animals their size, their striking speed is phenomenal. This is a time of feasting for leaner days ahead. Often the bears don't even bother with the salmon meat. They're after the fattier and more nutritious parts, the eggs, the brain, the skin. Recent studies suggest that the bears perform a vital service for the rainforest, transporting the nutrient-laden salmon from the river to the woods, where the fish decompose and fertilize the soil. But bears aren't the only hunters on Chichagof Island today.
Brown bear hunting is legal in Alaska. Brown bear hunting season is open until the 20th of May.
No matter how Laverne may feel personally about the practice, big game hunting is a popular sport in Alaska. If it's going to happen anyway, Laverne wants to make sure it's done properly, and the right bears are taken. Brown bears are the second slowest reproducing big game animal in North America.
The female component of the bear population is the component that you want to protect the most.
With more than 3 decades experience, few guides are better equipped to track an Alaskan brown bear than Laverne. But he's here for one reason and one reason only: to make sure that if a bear is going to be shot, it's going to be a mature male bear. Laverne operates by another rule as well. He never guides in the same areas where he conducts his research. Today, he's accompanying a hunter to nearby Admiralty Island.
We're looking for a male bear, which is a male bear. To identify a male bear has to be an 8-foot bear or larger, or like a 22.5-inch skull or larger. It's the body movement, body structure, that bear there has about a 20-inch skull.
Which means it's likely a female and off limits. This bear, too, is a female. The hunter may be frustrated, but Laverne won't allow a female to be shot.
We saw a bear on the beach, and we're going to go take a little closer look, see what it looks like.
This is a large, old male. So Laverne gives the green light. The hunter lines up his scope.
What an animal. My God. My God.
When they reach the bear, he is still alive. Laverne makes sure he is put out of his misery quickly.
Get it over with.
Human encroachment, whether in the form of hunting or road construction, is simply a fact of life in our primal forests. Bear advocates, like Laverne Bayer, have to learn as much as they can about the bears as soon as they can. In their ongoing attempts to penetrate the mysteries of Southeast Alaska's rainforest, investigators have used advanced technologies. The earliest high-tech tool was the radio tracking collar. GPS devices were a big step forward. They make use of dozens of orbiting satellites to calculate the precise location of a tagged animal, sometimes within 3 feet. But GPS only tells researchers where the animal is, not what it's doing. What they really needed was a way of getting a video and audio recorder into the deep forest, where it could show them natural behavior, the kind of behavior humans rarely see, because our very presence changes the way animals behave. Fortunately, just such a device exists. It's called CritterCam. CritterCam is the brainchild of marine biologist Greg Marshall. Its purpose is to show us the natural world from the animal's point of view. Over the last 15 years, CritterCam has gathered remarkable video, audio, and environmental data from a wide array of creatures. From great white sharks and blue whales, to emperor penguins and leatherback sea turtles. For the first time, we are able to see what the creature sees and enter its world without conditioning its natural behavior. In fact, just off the coast here, CritterCam recently brought back remarkable footage of one of the region's most impressive marine mammals, the humpback whale. CritterCam revealed how humpbacks hunt together beneath the surface. Some whales herd the fish. One blows a ring of bubbles, One calls to scare the fish into the bubble net. And then the entire group rises to engulf the hapless herring. For the first time, scientists could penetrate the murky waters and watch the whale's behavior. And this suggested another possible use for this technology, this time on a nearby land mammal. Because as experienced a tracker as Laverne is, he's never been able to watch brown bears in the thick of the forest.
The GPS has been used on wildlife here in the past few years. Well, the next step for scientists is critter cam technology, seeing visually the wildlife's viewpoint.
After years of success using critter cam to study sea life, Marshall and his team have developed a critter cam for land animals. This terrestrial version presents challenges the underwater device never had to face. For one thing, since audio and video signals don't travel through water, all data is recorded to an onboard tape, which is automatically released after 6 hours. There's no transmission with marine critter cam, so interference isn't an issue. But a rainforest is something else entirely. It's an interference machine. So engineer Dave Rash and his colleagues have put in thousands of hours making sure terrestrial critter cam was up to the job. Every element of the device had to be tested and retested, and then retested again. But it will all be worth it if critter cam brings back information that can help researchers protect the species. Still, lab testing only gets you part way. The critter cam team needed to find out how it performed on a live animal before they got into the field with a wild grizzly.
How you doing? This is Damascus, the grizzly bear. He's about a 5-year-old guy. Lay down, lay down. Be a good boy. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. What do you think of that? Will you let us put that on? See if we can get your perspective on life?
Feed me, and I'm yours.
Come here. Let's look around. Let's walk up here. Take a bear walk. What do you think?
Let's record.
And one last test. Because even though this critter cam won't be diving to the ocean depths, there is still a good chance it's going to get wet.
Good boy, huh? You want to swim a little? You want to see a little swimming?
This is as far as Dave is going to get with a tame bear in controlled surroundings. It's time to head north. The terrestrial critter cam can dispense with the heavy recording mechanism and transmit directly to a remote receiver. Which is a good thing, because the device won't be buoyed up by water, as the marine version was. Another plus, the device won't be limited by the length of a videotape. Still, there's a very real danger that even if critter cam makes it into the woods on the back of a bear, the dense forest will frustrate the team's efforts to get a clear signal.
In the temperate rainforest, Southeast Alaska, to make the critter cam technology work that you currently have today is quite challenging. It's not the plains of Africa.
First step, before going after a bear, field test critter cam on a somewhat less dangerous animal.
What's going on here?
I'm going up